Hey everyone, and welcome back to Seven Woods. Today we are back on location at my rental property that I have been reworking and trying to update and fix all the things in here that need to be fixed from the long-term renters that just previously moved out. So I said I was going to give an update, going to show you what's been done. It's mostly cosmetic, and then I'll talk about a little bit about how much I spent to get us here. So, starting off in the kitchen area, as you can tell, nothing big. Everything's pretty clean right now. We're still cleaning up a few extra little things here that still need to be pushed out, but overall, making sure everything's clean and changing out all the light bulbs. As you can tell, this track lighting up here requires these LEDs, and we had to change a couple of those bulbs. But other than that, just cleaning it up and doing a little touch-up paint over here in the corner, and that was about it. Now, tying into the kitchen here, so we got this faux accent wall that's got this texture on it that was done very nicely a while back. And so what we did was we just went over and repainted it essentially, but we did a light roll and a brush on it to kind of not make it look too dark, but still we want to make sure that the the texture itself there is not hidden inside of the wall itself by putting too dark of a coat of paint on there, because when we started doing that, it noticed pretty quick that it was kind of hiding it. Definitely didn't want to do that. So we did a light roll over it on the existing paint that we had, and then did a brush design kind of over the top of it, and I think it looks pretty good. So overall, once we touched up and refilled the holes from this big shelf that was hanging up there, we were able to get it back and looking great. Pretty much like it was just done, which is outstanding. So making our way this direction, we're in the master bedroom now. So there was a lot of work that needed to be done in here, but it was still all cosmetic, but it's just time consuming is really all it ended up being. So the carpet itself was ripped up, and we have brand new carpeting down right now. It looks outstanding. This is basic kind of rental grade type carpet. Not real expensive, but you know, it's not the cheapest stuff either. Feels good on your feet, doesn't feel cheap when you're walking around on it barefoot. You want to make sure you get a good pad underneath, and that's important to make sure that you don't feel like you're walking on a real hard surface, because carpet's not supposed to be that way. So inside the closet, a little touch-up paint, recaulked some of the trim work, and changed the light bulbs in there, and that was about it. And then a lot of the touch-up work that was done here in the master bedroom is all fixed. Holes were filled in. They had several holes in the wall. Repatched those with some spackle, and then repainted them after a good sanding. So the ceiling fan, we went up and replaced a light, and we put a new glass bowl underneath it to kind of make it look a little bit better. So we like the way that turned out. Master bath here, which is the ensuite. This room got all new paint. So the paint itself that was in here before was kind of a darker color. It almost looks a little yellow with this lighting, but it's actually pretty tan, almost a tannish white, I guess you could say. But overall looks good, brightened it up a little bit in here. Kind of feels like it's more warm and inviting, because this room is very closed off and the master bedroom is kind of dark, so I think this looks pretty good. Changed a few light bulbs in here, and kept the existing vanity lights that were already in place, and cleaned up the countertops. The attached shower, recaulked some of the surfaces in here. At some point we're going to need to re-grout. Didn't want to take that whole big step this time, but re-grouting will probably be in here in the future. But there was a little bit of cracks in the existing grout. We're just able to caulk it to make sure that there was no leaks in that. So overall it looks pretty good right now. So moving on, as you guys can tell, has all brand new carpeting in it. Brand new carpet, does match the master bedroom and the rest of the house, I might add, because you can tell it just kind of continues on into the hallway and into the second bedroom. But I really like this carpeting. It was fairly inexpensive. Paid a little bit of money to get an upgraded pad, but like I said, I think that's important to make sure that it doesn't feel too cheap underneath if it feels like you're walking on a hard surface. So all new paint inside the living room here, patched up all the holes and repainted all the walls. Everything looks really good. I like the way it turned out here. So Other than that, that's about it right now. As you can tell, there's no furniture or anything, so it's not like we staged this place to bring anybody in to show it. We just want to make sure everybody can tell that it's a good place, and we put some effort into it so that they know that they would be getting a good quality home from us. Second bedroom over here, same carpeting, patched the holes, and replaced the light fixture. No ceiling fan. The ceiling fan should be something we really consider in a bedroom. We didn't take it this step this time, but you know, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna see if that was a mistake. I think a lot of people expect ceiling fans in bedrooms. I'm kind of taking a gamble there just because I'm running out of time to get this property ready. So I just went with a regular fixture. So we'll see if that comes back to bite us in the end. I don't know yet. Let's see. We have now the second bathroom. So the second bathroom got some new paint. We replaced some trim work down below and patched up some of the little holes that were all there earlier. You know, one big issue that we had in here was the toilet. So we knew the toilet was loose and didn't think much of it at the time. But for some odd reason, the toilet was not bolted to the toilet flange. And the toilet flange was not bolted to the foundation of the house. Never seen that before. You tell me if that's something that's pretty common out there, but I don't know how long it's been like that. It's just crazy to me that somebody would install a toilet and not make sure it's secured for one, and then the toilet flange being loose. When I took this apart, the whole thing came up as one piece, and all I saw was the hole going down to the dump chute down there. All right, guys, so here we are. Now I want to talk a little bit about the numbers and how much money I spent on this place to get it looking as good as it does right now. So I did all this work myself, except for the flooring. I already talked about that at the beginning of the first video, that we're going to have someone come in and do the carpeting. I don't lay carpet. It's something that I'm sure I could figure out, along with some of the other stuff that I've done in the past, which I was a first timer for. But carpeting and the timeline we had just didn't make sense. So had somebody come in, and the total for the carpeting was $1,996 for the carpeting. And that was total out the door and installed, so I think that was definitely worth the money to do it. So, adding up everything else that I've done so far, I'm going to go ahead and go through line by line all the money I spent so far. So some of the drainage work, I had some work to do in the backyard, and I brought out my own personal skid steer to get that done. And you know, with moving it, getting it out here and running it with the diesel, I put $35 on there to fill that up at the time. And that was just that, and then my own labor, obviously, at that point. So trash cleanup, there was a bunch of stuff I had to haul to the local dump, and the total bill for that was $50 to get everything dumped and off the premises. Random stuff that, you know, I'm sure you guys have seen different things from your tenants as they leave stuff behind and what you have to deal with in the end. Drywall repairs, so that was $18 to go around and repair everything here, just with some spackle, a little bit of joint compound, depending on the situation, how I wanted to fill it, and then just some sandpaper that I already had, so $18 total for that. So paint, so like I said, we repainted several rooms. We sanded some of the areas down after the spackle and the joint compound was put in place, and we just patched up some areas, but other rooms we painted totally, and we actually bought some paint for that. So $64 for all the paint. That includes the back patio area that we had to spend the money on as well, which looks great now, by the way. So I'm glad we spent the money on that. Refurbed it up a little bit. It was reddish, it was peeling, it was old, needed to be done. Now it's gray, and it looks great. So glad we ended up doing that. So caulking, went around and re-caulked the entire place, filled in the little cracks, some settling issues. It's a drought right now that we just got some rain on, so the house is settling in different ways, and you get these little cracks in your caulking that you have to go and repair every now and then, so that's something we had to do. Mulch, for all the landscaping that we did, we ended up getting some mulch for that, and it ended up being $70 total for the mulch. Toilet repair, I mentioned that we had to do, didn't cost a lot of money, but it took a lot of time. Other than that, it was 22 bucks, which was $22 well spent. Because I know if you guys ended up renting a property and you get that phone call from your tenant saying, hey, my toilet is loose and it's leaking water everywhere. You know, it's probably going to happen in the middle of the night, which is going to be a huge issue. You don't want to mess with that. Just don't even do it. If you know there's a problem with your toilet, take care of it. Man, it's going to save you in the long run. Just don't even mess with it any other which way. So we ended up having to get a new dryer for the house as well. That ended up costing $150 because I don't see a reason to buy new. I put a dryer in place for $150, just put it on the local Facebook, and I had several people that were interested in selling me one of their old dryers. So $150, got that done. So my total money out the door spent to refurb this place and get it back to usable condition to where I can either sell it or I can re-rent the house is $2,423. So I don't know what the average spend is for you guys turning a property. This one was rented for several years and needed the work. So $2,423. This house is going to target the small family with the 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Maybe they got a new kid in the family after they just got married. That's the type of people that we're going to be drawing into a house like this. First-time homeowners and maybe an older couple that is looking to downsize. They've had a bigger home, they don't need it anymore, they don't want all the upkeep, so they're going to look for a smaller house in town, close to the stuff they want to be. That's why this home is going to do well if it does get on the market. So thanks for taking... I need to edit this out. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, Seven Woods. We're going to be doing more houses. We're going to be doing more renovations, more real estate transactions. Real estate investments is just something that you guys want to make money. You need to be involved in. And I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to be doing different projects, and I'm going to show you how I do things and how we can make money along the way. Subscribe, Seven Woods, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, get me some more subscribers. I got like nothing right now. You got to help me out. Give me a little boost to get the channel going. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Guys, this is an update. The property that we just got done redoing and remodeling, getting updated, looks great cosmetically. It's outstanding. We threw it on our local Facebook here in town, and it was non-stop. Within minutes, we were having people just asking us about the house. They want to see it. People want to throw money at us right away without even looking at it. So based on that, we're going to continue to rent this place. We're going to give it a year lease. The rental income that it's capable of has gone up quite a bit, even compared to our last tenants. It's something that we can't pass up. I was talking to you guys about how to get rid of a rental and the reasons to do it. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes if your return on investment is still there, if you're making money on it, just let it ride. Let them continue to pay that mortgage down if you have one. In this situation, that's what we're going to keep doing. So appreciate it. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching my videos. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you later.